Mobbing with my brothers, there's no question, keep it real. Whether we East coastin' or we in the hidden hills. In the poppin' straps of blue faces, not the pills. Heard you callin' bluffs, I show and prove it is for real. Son of God, not a son of Sam. Keep it off the books and keep it coming in. Bitch, the old whip, see what I'm coming in. The inside caramel just like 100 grand. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Keep it super thug my way on this side.
Hey, LP checking in. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I mean, you're obviously new here. This is the first video of the channel. Make sure to subscribe. It's gonna help. Now, let me explain you a little bit about my transformation. Before we begin, and I start telling you how I got like this, well, let me show you something first. Alright guys, welcome to my house. So this is my place. Welcome. Feel yourself at home. Okay, don't be shy. If you want to sit on the couch, just, you know, make yourself comfortable. But you must be wondering, what the hell is this shirt? Is this guy just a douchebag wearing an Olympia shirt? No, I actually did the Olympia. Okay, so the outcome wasn't what I expected, but it was still pretty good. For my first Olympia ever, I placed 4th. But we're gonna get to that. Let's go step by step first and get back in time a little bit. Because for you to understand my story, my transformation, we gotta go way back in time. So come on. Okay, so this story goes way back in time, all the way back to 2015, where I first started my YouTube channel. And to be honest with you guys, I didn't know if I was going to ever compete or step on a bodybuilding stage when I started my channel. I started this channel because I wanted to share with the world, to share with all of you my journey to become a better version of myself. That turned out to be a big success, at least in my eyes. It was a big success. I was able, you know, for years to share all of my life in bodybuilding and all of my career. Back in 2015, when I created my channel, a few months after a lot of you started commenting on my videos and saying that I had a great physique and that I should try to go on stage, I already had the will to try and compete, but I never actually thought of doing it just because my life was so confused back then. I had just moved to the United States. I was going to college. I was working full-time as a waiter in a restaurant. So I decided, you know what? I'm here. I want to push myself. I want to see where can I get. So why not compete? Why not step on stage for the first time? You know, just as an experience. It doesn't have to be something that I'm gonna do forever. And well, to be honest with all of you, I thought I was never going to do this again in my life. That was the worst prep I have ever done so far. Like, it was the first time I was experiencing that. I had done many cut diets back then. I had bulked up and I had cut down to very low body fat levels, but I never had to cut to a competition level. I never had to get so lean, and that was just terrifying. I felt tired all the time. I didn't have the energy to study. I didn't have the energy to go to work, and I had to still find energy somewhere. So that's what I did. I kept pushing and I kept pushing. And you know, when competition time came, I was devastated because I didn't actually get to the look I wanted to get, but I knew that was the best I've ever looked. So at least I had accomplished that. Every time I set something in my mind, I'm very, very hard on myself. So I always try and look the best that I can, or do it as best as I can. I am a very competitive person. If I compete on something, man, I go for the win. And well, when showtime came, even though I wasn't looking the way I wanted to look, I was still able to pull a victory. So on my first ever show, I won. And honestly, guys, when I was on stage, I remember hearing my name. That's the freaking first place. They said Lucas Pinheiro. Like, you know, gringos call my name Pinheiro, but it's actually pronounced Pinheiro. But anyways, it was me. I won. I made it. First place. I felt the goosebumps, and I felt something I had never felt in my life. And in that moment, I knew that that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. That's what I wanted to live. And from that time, I kept doing it, and I just kept getting better, and I kept living bodybuilding more and more, and I'm still doing this even nowadays. So that's how everything started. So I can pretty much say that I did my first show because of YouTube, or maybe I did YouTube because of my first show. Well, I don't know. Anyways, they both work together, and that's how awesome it was. When I started, I wasn't a big guy. After that first show, I did, another show in NPC. I was a men's physique back then, but, well, I was not an American citizen, guys, so I could not get a pro card in the United States because I wasn't a citizen. Nowadays, the rules changed, and now I can get a pro card here, but back then I couldn't. So I had to find a way to get my pro card because I didn't want to just do it as a hobby. I wanted to be the best, like I said. So I decided to go to Brazil and try to get, a win there so I could maybe qualify for a bigger show where I could eventually get a pro card. So I went to Brazil, placed fourth. It wasn't the outcome I wanted, but it was still a great experience. My mother and my father, they got to see me for the first time on stage, and that was awesome. That was a great experience. I competed in my city. It's a small city on the very top of the country, north, called Belém. Huge kiss and love. Much love to all of my Belenenses fans out there. But anyways, it was a great experience. I didn't qualify, or I didn't win. I didn't place like I wanted. But after that, I realized that it was just a little bigger for what the category men's physique would require back then. So I decided to do my first show in WBFF. That's when I switched categories. So I went to WBFF, which was, I had a great time. I competed there for like 2.5 years. And on my first ever show, I got my pro card, guys. Yes, I won my pro card. Back then, well, I was competing pretty much in 89, 90 kilos maybe on my first show. I was happy with the way I was looking, but I wasn't satisfied. And after I got my pro card, that's when the switch turned. And I knew that I needed a coach. Up until the moment I got my pro card, I didn't have a coach. I was just coaching myself, and I was doing everything on my own. And I thought I knew what I was doing. And when I eventually got a coach, I realized I didn't know what I was doing, right? Because it's really hard to actually judge yourself when you're preparing yourself for a show. It's impossible, to have the vision to look at your physique and realize that you need a carb up, that you need, to drop your carbs just because you feel like crap all the time. So you're just way too hard on yourself normally, okay? So that's how I am.
In second place, receiving $750, 249, Lucas Canario.
When I got a coach, that's when things got better, and I was able to pull my first pro show, and I placed second. It was an amazing experience. I went on that stage and I was like, what, if I get first call outs, that's it. It's my first show, my first pro show. And I placed second on the first ever pro show I did. So I was like, what, this is it. I'm a pro. And I placed second in my first ever pro show. So I might have a future in here, right? So I need to keep pushing, keep grinding. So I went, and a few months after, I did an off season, and then I went back on prep. Then I did the Worlds. That was the biggest show for WBFF Worlds in Las Vegas. So I did that show, and I think it was like maybe 96, 95 kilos on stage weight, which was, huge jump, guys, huge jump. First show ever, I was like 78, 80 kilos maybe, I don't know. But that was a huge jump for me, and obviously, I was not natural, right? I was not natural. Ever since I decided to do my first ever show, I was not natural anymore. And I am pretty transparent about that. I speak openly about this. And for those of you wondering, again, what the hell is this guy saying all of this crap on the first ever YouTube video? Well, this is actually not my first ever YouTube video, guys. I have another YouTube channel, a Brazilian YouTube channel. And that one has got over 200,000 subscribers. So why am I doing this? Well, I decided to create this channel because I wanted, with this, to be able to do what I've always been doing in that channel, but in a larger scale, which is to reach out to as much people as possible out there and help, and to spread love, to spread information, to spread knowledge, motivation, just to somehow get you guys to believe on yourselves. Because that's what I did from the moment I moved to another country and I left everything behind with my wife. I believed in myself. And by the way, obviously, you must have noticed up until this moment that English is not my main language. Okay, so this might suck to some of you. If that doesn't suck to you, well, thank you. Hit the like button. But let's just keep going, and then we're gonna get into more details of all of this story. Crazy story. Welcome to my home gym. So this is my garage gym. I built this place a while ago. But anyways, I did the Worlds for WBFF. First Worlds ever. It was the biggest show I had ever done in my career, and I placed 5th. That was a huge win for me. We had almost 40 guys in my division, right? Which was muscle model. I was the only Brazilian in the lineup, so I felt pretty special. Months after that, I did in North America, which is the WBFF LA Pro show. And that show, I won. That was I believe that was the biggest I've ever won in my career. I won the North America title, and I became the North American champion, right? So I won the LA Pro. I was stoked about that. I was like over my mind. I couldn't believe, man. I was just so happy. And once again, I was even more, sure of what I wanted to do. But in a moment in my life, I already felt the need of, going forward. I felt like I was done in WBFF. So I felt like I wanted to push myself, and to explore my limits and to explore my capabilities. I wanted to see what I was capable of doing. By saying that, I mean stepping on the biggest stage in the world, right? I wanted to be at the Olympia stage at some point in my life as an IFBB pro, which I'm still going for. This is my main goal right now in my life. Months after that, I did my first ever NPC show, which was the Dexter Jackson Classic. A very, very good package I was able to bring, right? I was very conditioned, very dry. I was super happy with the way I looked in that show. I still think nowadays that, if not the best, that was one of the best packages I've ever brought to the stage, right? I was peeled, I was dry, had a great vacuum. My V-taper was there. It was all there. The aesthetics, the look, the fullness, the vascularity, everything was there, right? I was pretty complete, and I was able to win that show. I won overall. After that show, I did the Monster Classic up north in Florida, and I won that show as well, 2nd overall in a row, first 2 NPC shows. So I was like, that's it. I am exactly where I need to be. After winning 2 national qualifier shows, I decided I needed to go for the big ones. Couldn't do nationals because still not a citizen. So I went to the pro qualifier I knew I could do, which was Mr. Olympia. So I decided to do the Mr. Olympia Amateur, and I did it. Mr. Olympia Amateur, I did it in Vegas last year in September. What an experience, guys. It was just amazing. I was so happy to be able to step on that stage. And of course, I didn't step on the pro stage, but just, by being able to be there, standing with the big O behind me, I just felt so special, getting all of those photos, all that content. You guys are seeing it right now. I felt amazing. It wasn't my best package at all. I was so tired on that show. The prep was so hard. I had a very hard time going for that show because it was like my 5th show last year, and I was just tired, guys. But I was able to get there, and I looked pretty good, and I was able to place 4th out of a lineup with over 30 guys. So that was a good, very good, placing for my first pro qualifier. And after that, I did this year, 2020, we finally got to 2020, right? So if you feel like, it took me too long to get here, I'm sorry. I hope you're still watching this. If you are, hit the like button. Comment down below what you thought. Subscribe, man. That helps so much. I mean, I'm starting this all over again. And if you guys could please show some support by subscribing and letting me know what you guys think, that's gonna mean the world to me. I did the Arnold Classic Ohio as an amateur. That was amazing. Like, it wasn't my best package. Again, I had an injury pretty much a month before the show, 4 weeks out. Had a lower back injury, misalignment on my sacrum. I couldn't walk. I was getting pinched on my nerves. It was just pain everywhere, man. My wife literally had to carry me around.
Fifth place award. Take that to number 559, Lucas Pinheiro, our 4th place finalist in the men's classic physique C.
So my legs were a little smaller than the previous show I did, which was the Olympia, but I was drier. I was still able to get a better conditioning on stage. I was able to place 5th. I needed to train my posing a little better, but my legs were really off. My back was not there as well because, you know, I couldn't do leaning rows, bent over rows and stuff like that, stuff that put pressure on my lower back. That pretty much brings me to where I am right now, guys, and that's what I want to really talk about, because this means exactly where we're going with this channel. This is the future, this is the present, and that's where you guys come in, because that's where I'm gonna be showing to you here in this channel, right? So yeah, we gotta go to the supermarket right now, and this is my car, by the way. I love it. This has been my dream car for so long, and last year I was finally able to get it, and one of the biggest things I was able to conquer in my life. So very, very happy with this baby, but that's not what this video is meant to be, right? So let's keep going. All right, guys, time to get it in. It's time for a workout, but today's not gonna be a regular vlog. Today, the main reason why I'm recording this right now is to, you know, let you guys know my story and my transformation and how I've been able to progress over the years in bodybuilding and in YouTube. Here in this channel, guys, I'm gonna be sharing everything with you. My lifestyle, my preps, my competitions, our life. Cause you know, there's this one right here. Yeah, I'm showing you right now. This is my wife, my baby, wearing the Dragon Pharma
I promise
shirt.
I'm gonna show up more frequently and better than this.
You don't have to be any better than this. You're perfect the way God has made you. Taking the best pre-workout in the world. If you guys haven't said that, but Dragon Pharma is the company that sponsors us. It's a company who has believed on me and Anna, my wife, since the beginning. They invested on us. They said they believed on our job, and they believed on what we do. And it's just amazing to be able to work with a company that's always there with us. It doesn't matter where we go compete, and they're always with us. Our team's very strong, and it's just great to have them with us in this journey. So anyways, gonna take this right now, go get a chest workout, and then don't forget to comment down below what you want to see in this channel, okay? This is just the first video of the channel, so I gotta listen, I gotta hear you guys, right? I gotta hear from you. What do you want to see? What do you want to show you? There's so many things I can show you guys now, because I feel like I'm starting this all over, and all of the things that I've already done on the other channel I can redo here and make it better. I don't know what my next show is going to be. I don't know yet, because, you know, with all of these things going on in the world, we just don't know when shows are happening. We don't even know if they are happening this year. But as soon as I can, as soon as a pro qualifier actually happens, I'm gonna be doing it. The one that I know that's supposed to be on August 27th is the Puerto Rico Pro here in the United States, and I definitely want to do that show. It's the next pro qualifier I'm looking into doing, so I hope that works, man. I really hope that works, because, you know, I just miss competing. I miss competing. Last year I did 5 shows. We're almost halfway through the year, halfway in 2019, and
2020.
2020, sorry.
2019.
Yeah, 2020. I've just done 1 show so far. Okay, y'all, time to finish this video. This, again, was just the first one of many. There's still to come. So if you enjoyed this little story of myself, of my transformation, of my journey into this platform, well, it only takes you a second to hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below what you thought. Let me know what you think about all of these ideas. Everything here is new. I'm just super excited. I feel like I'm starting all over again, and that's what I am doing. You know, I'm starting all over, and I feel like a kid, you know, going into a toy store and looking around and seeing a bunch of new options, and, you know, doesn't have anything. You know, you can get anything and it's gonna be new. That's how I feel creating this content to you. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sticking around to the end of this video. I'll for sure see you in the next one.